Well, that's...
Yeah. All right, the following segment is sponsored by Graves McLain. You know, trick-or-treating on Halloween, very exciting family fun event, but it's also a good time to be aware of really important ways to keep all those enthusiastic young ones safe from danger. Joining us this morning, attorney Chad McLain of Graves McLain. Chad, always good to see you, sir.
Good seeing you.
We were just talking a few moments ago about your daughter. She was here, I think, with you last time. And I think when we have kids that are that age that like to go out trick-or-treating, you're always worried about, one, hopefully we've got the right kind of costume, but can they see when they're crossing the street and they're going to be safe? Right. And you're going to cover some of those concerns for us in all those aspects.
Yep, we're going to talk about how to keep the kiddos safe, because we know the fun time's coming up and all of them are going to want to be out there. Yeah. My daughter's 11 and my son's 13, so there's a little bit of freedom that I have to figure into all the decisions that we make.
It starts really off with that costume safety, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. The costume, you mentioned it about it's better to have face paint rather than a mask, just a vision obstruction. And the things that we like for them to do are make sure they can see, so we give them flashlights, make sure that the costumes are properly sized so they're not tripping on themselves.
Right. Yep. Yeah, certainly things to think about. A lot of times, though, we want them to wear the costume that they want, and we forget about the safety. So it's still important, very important, to remember the safety aspects. Also, when it comes to trick-or-treating safety, like the candy and some of the other things, it's sad that we're going to watch that stuff, but we do need to be aware, right?
Still got to be aware of the type of things that people are giving out and giving at the different houses. Make sure they're not open candies and that they're wrapped candies or whatever it is that they're giving out. The other thing with the trick-or-treating safety is that obviously you want to make sure that the child is of the age that they could be on their own or have parental supervision. Want to make sure that I think about some of the neighborhoods in Midtown and how crowded they get and how difficult this is to do. Make sure that the walkways are well lit. Obviously, that's a property owner's thing and the child and parents' responsibility, but those type of things can be hazards and children can get hurt.
You know, and a lot of times, too, kids are wanting to go from one side of the street to the other. They got to be aware of that. Or maybe you're following your child and you're driving slowly. If you're watching your child, you're not watching the road probably. There's a lot of little things, too, like in driver safety you should worry about.
Yeah, some of these neighborhoods become so saturated on, within a 2 or 3 hour time frame that it seems like it's very hectic and there's very little attention paid to what's going on around them, particularly the kids. So people turn around, backing out of driveways and turn around to go find their kiddos. Yeah, it becomes dangerous. And the kid has to go to every single house. You can't miss a house on the street. So.
That's true. Dad, we missed that one. We need to go back. Right. All right. Another thing, too, and you touched on it briefly, too, is that when kids are walking through a neighborhood or they're walking through, maybe your sidewalk has got some problems, maybe it's not it's brought up to code the way it should be. There's things that you need to know as a property owner as well.
Well, property owners, obviously, you're going to be held to the same standards where if it's an unreasonable danger, a hidden danger on your property, your real property, then if it causes injury, then you can be held liable for that. And certainly you want to make sure that wherever the kids or the parents are going to be walking, and sometimes we don't know that, so you need to scour your yard and make sure you don't have any hidden dangers, things that people could trip over.
All right, a lot of that is common sense too, but just do it before those kids and come through your neighborhood. All right, real quickly, 11 and 13, what are they going to be? Have they decided yet?
So my daughter is going to be Simon with Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Awesome.
And my son is going to be a bottle of Sriracha, and I got no explanation for that.
That is awesome. Do you dress up or you just hang out with them?
I think I'm going to be the Joker.
All right. Oh, man. I'll remember that. All right. Chad, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Graves McLain, if you got questions or you need to talk to someone, this is a place to go. 4137 South Harvard Avenue, 918-359-6600. GravesMcLain.com. They're also on Facebook as well.